everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I think you guys remember my Fnaf 1 build for Fnaf maps. I have something exciting to say. This is gonna be the last video I'll make on this map. But not, this world. But this is not gonna be the last Fnaf maps video. This is gonna be part 2 out of many parts. Because how this world is getting really laggy because of how many entities I have used in this world. So I'm just making it better. So we're gonna start I'm gonna make a new world with FNAF 4 through 6. Now, I already showed you guys my FNAF 1 map, which is really good. But I will show other maps that I made. 3 maps that I have not shown to the public. First, we're gonna start with Fredbear's. I hope you guys like Fredbear's. I took inspiration from a map, a fan game, and I made my own layout with like mechanic from FNAF 2. I'll show you guys later. Yeah, I do have pizza. And let me get something. You see this pumpkin? I will show you guys later everything. So this is Fredbear's. This is the check-in area. There's posters of Fredbear all around the place. This place, I don't like the build, but I added like a mod so you can sit in chairs. I don't like how it looks, but I just wanted to make it look like the first time somebody makes a pizzeria. So that's why it looks really boring like that. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So, I added a different mod for FNAF 2 and it kind of ruined some parts of the maps. So this is the backstage / parts and service, which is one of my favorite rooms. Because I added to almost every single map. Oh wait, I forgot there was that one. The Lava Chicken song, it's gonna be like kind of like Easter to like Minecraft movie and Minecraft related stuff, and the FNAF stuff, like how they have like showtime and like stuff like that. Yeah, and you will hear this around all these pizzerias. But I think the further I get away, you can less hear it. So this is the kitchen, and this is like where you pick up your food. And then move this one. Oh well, I have to put this in my before. This is the storage area, which leads to the exit, which I'm gonna fix this. It's gonna be a long video because there's 2 more maps I have to show you. This is where like you check in, but like this is where like the employees are stuck in. So this is the arcade / Kids Cove kind of thingy. There's Foxy here. I added him because there's no spraying Foxy or anything like that. And I just like him. It just feels this area is too boring without him. I also added vents, which you have to crouch and get up like that to get in. And they're all around the pizzeria, and you need that to use that to like move underground. I've made the vents better in the future maps. That's okay. So the last area I worked on. Come on, get off. Sorry for this. Why can I not get off? Okay, there we go. So this is like the manager's area where like Henry goes here and William goes here. And, like they're like doing business and stuff. This is like the least worked area because that was the last area and I wanted to finish the map. The restrooms have big vents. I know that's not like really cool and it's really like bad to make, but that was my first inspiration for vents. So like it can be actually a really good playable map. But how I said before, I made this map better so you guys can see the improvements I made in the future. So there's also vents here that lead to the restrooms. This is the office. So it is the first thing I said about. So I have to remove this stuff. I want to keep the pieces though. This head, it was like a Freddy head before, but now it's not. So how I said is gonna be taking the approach of Fnaf 2. So if I make it midnight, all lights turn off here, and that's used to tell the time instead of a clock. Um, it's a bit visible, I know, but it's really cool. These vents are supposed to be open for gameplay. Uh, there's a light here that tells you if there's an animatronic there, and there's also this one that tells you if there's an animatronic in the hallway. When there's an animatronic in the office, oh wait, I need to fix something. There we go. When there's an animatronic in your office, you will be wearing the Freddy mask, and then remove it if they're there. Foxy, so as an animatronic, it will be like the FNAF 2 Foxy. Oh, come on. Which you have to flash him with the light. There's no flashlight in this, so I had to. That's the best I could do. Now I have to make it again daytime for the next map. Actually, I want to make it. Wait, give me a second. Here. Always do daylight cycle, so I can actually. It's easier for me to show you guys everything. So I'm gonna pause the recording right here so I can actually head to the next map. Now the next map is FNAF 2, which is the biggest map in this whole thing, and which takes a lot more entities than FNAF 1. So this is the check-in area. Wait, also for the signs, I just added the light up so it's easier to see, and it's really cool. So this is the manager's office where Henry goes because he kicked William. Some cameras here. It says here, wait for someone to attend you, please, for the check-in area. There's some signs. And this actually tells you directions to where to go. Main diner, arcade, kids cove, and party room 1. Restrooms. I'll have to fix that. Oh, come on. I'll fix that after the recording. Wait, is there a way that I can go back? Wait, I will do it real quick. Party rooms 1 through 4. Parts and office. Oh, there's no. Okay, so I cannot put office, but that's it. This is the backstage area, also the check-in, like for the people. There's a lot more endoskeletons here. There's still the lava chicken song. As you can see, I'm gonna put it right here. You guys will not stop hearing this. There's also this they also added for the FNAF 1 stage lights music, and it's also the same color as the animatronic, which we'll take a look at right now. Which are one of my favorite models because how cool they look. Toy Bonnie, Toy Freddy, Toy Chica. This is the kitchen. So you can see the FNAF 1 area. Also they are really far apart in which gives you more space to look, and this doesn't get too cramped in. But I forgot about that for FNAF 3. This is the storage room. It's a bit smaller, but more crammed in, so it actually feels like messed around. The kitchen also feels really boring. I may just fix that. Maybe look like FNAF 1. This is a dining room area. There's 8 tables for a lot of people. This is the arcade, which is huge. And that's why when they closed down FNAF 2, they didn't have too much money for the FNAF 1. So they had to sell some of the stuff or reuse it for FNAF 1, and that's why the picture is a bit smaller. Also, there's rooms that are not actually in the game, like the. Also for the double doors, because these are the powder. This is like the a version of the. Sorry for the lag. The how's it called? Supply closet. Yeah, it's a bit far away from the office, so it doesn't feel too weird. So this is that's the main thing. This is the Kids Cove, like mango here. Wait, what? Okay, so something wrong happens with the map. Give me a second. I should be creative actually. So I have to fix it real quick. Fix something real quick. Okay. That should not be like that. Oh, so weird. It was working before. There we go. Now I need concrete. I'll use this one. I don't care. There we go. So this is Pirates Cove. Kids Cove. How Mango is destroyed and they used it as a plaything. Everything is here is broken and stuff. Also, instead of being her on the floor, she's on her stage. Also, this is a bigger but less detailed breaker room. It's just I was really lazy. This was the last room I built, so I just gave up on it. Now, I've seen some maps that they connected the party room 1 to the arcade, and I really like that idea. So we just did the same thing with party room 1. This party room 2, which is the same, which is less detailed and with no arcade area. We're gonna move to those areas later. So this is the restrooms for the woman, which is a little small. Also, this is for the men's. This is parts and service staff only. It's a bit more cramped, and also I took inspiration from a Roblox game called Animatronic World, I think it was, or Fnaf World. I don't know. No, it's not Fnaf World. It's Animatronic World, which is a table somewhere in this area. I added all the Wither animatronics here, like Wither, Golden Freddy, Wither Foxy, Wither Bonnie, Wither Chica, and Wither Freddy. This room is really less detailed. I didn't know what to make. I will maybe add pipes to this to make it look cleaner. No, I mean more crafted and a bit more realistic. And this is an exit, which you guys can see the FNAF 3 map for wall, which I should use commands to move it a bit further away. I don't know. Now we're moving to the hallway for the office. There's actual vents here. I didn't add cameras to the vents because that would make it more cramped in and will not give you space to move. So I just left it clean. It's also for the same for the other room. I added the TVs. I also added like a small monitor here. The fan. Now there's a small room over here. It's another like small storage room. Now I'm gonna make it nighttime. Now the whole lights but this one will not be light up. There's that one. There's for the fence, which is really cool. I like how this turned out, because of how the hallway is really dark, and I just like how these yellow thingies are lighting up. Now we're moving to FNAF 3, which is the most changed version or the changed map out of all of these. If we don't include Fredbear's, because Fredbear's was really custom. Like, wait, what am I doing? I need to make it daytime. Day, and let me move the light. Okay, so the FNAF 3 map, I made it like it gives you nostalgia, but it feels weird. It's not. The exterior looks like FNAF 1, but if it looked weird or like you don't remember it, like a fond memory, you remember it, but not very well. And I will prove that by showing you the layout of this. I'm gonna fix this area. I'm gonna add like I don't know, like a line for people to go in for the horror attraction. Um, it's like a black void, and then you enter through the doors. The first thing you guys can notice is that it looks like the FNAF 1 map, but the FNAF 1 entrance here. But it just has different types of doors. There's the signs, and there's 2 vents here. Also, there's no sign there. The vents we'll show you guys later. Um, Now this is where I actually took over the map. I made it look like FNAF 1 in like an area. I made it look FNAF 1, and then the other area looks like FNAF 3. So here is the place. This is the office of FNAF 1, which is not the actual office that we're gonna be playing at. It's just the horror part of the horror attraction. Um, yeah. I wish there was a way to like make these things stop growing, but they will not stop. So it looks really ugly, but that's how I have to deal with. This is like the price room or whatever. Also, this hallway is blocked off, but we'll look at that hallway later. The kitchen, there's no kitchen. There's the puppets box. There's the little carousel that's going to be in almost every single map that I will make. The restrooms are blocked off. This is the first ever like change for the FNAF one. Well, the FNAF 3, kinda. This room doesn't look like this. There's not a generator. There's not a vent, and the stage here there's non-existent. I also changed the Springtrap's location to make it more accurate where it was before. I also added Wither Golden Freddy, like if it was damaged after the FNAF 1 burned down or got destroyed. I added here the Phantom and one Wither animatronic. Like they just found these after the pizzeria burned down. And Bonnie was the best survivor out of all of them. Now we're moving to the FNAF 3 hallways. So this is one of my favorite maps by like the way I just customized it by my way. This is an exit. I forgot the signs. I forgot the signs. Okay. Well, this is gonna be the only map with no signs. So there's the exit, which I have to fix the floor there. So this is just the normal hallways for FNAF 3, but I added like some like toy and Wither It and maybe some of FNAF 1 animatronics in the hallways to make them look like the horror attraction in reality. Like there's no like damaged toy or toy animatronics, so I just had to go with the original ones, but just crouched. Wait, what? Okay, so there's some stuff going on with my map that I don't like. Why does it not work anymore? I have a question for you guys. In the comments, can you please tell me if they're supposed to like turn off after a while, or they just continue working? There we go. Like, I'm covering it up, but it doesn't matter with. No, actually, it does matter. It just looks weird. Sorry about this, guys. It's just some few mistakes going on with the bro. There we go. Finally. There we go. There's like, sorry for the flashing lights. It's just I made it like that. If it was more broken. There's like a little break room for the employees for the horror attraction. There's also a vent here. There's another toy animatronic here. There's also Mango here. There's the statues of those animatronics, Toy Chica. Now here's the blocked off area for the office. Like a broken door. And also the okay, it doesn't matter anymore. It's like uh Phantom Foxy as like a destroyed version of him. Uh, Here's the Foxy sign, and this light only lights up at night. Also this one, I'm trying to make the Iron Sign invisible, but I can't with the, with the, I don't know how to call it, the invisible bottle, whatever. So I had to do my best with it. There's also this one, which there's also with it Freddy, to make it like how like Phantom Freddy moves over here, and then just disappears in the corner. Also, there's some vents, and here's the office, which is the one that I like. I like the office a lot because it actually makes you feel like if you're in Fnaf 3. But I changed some bit of the gameplay instead of like, because I cannot do the close the vents. Instead, I made it manually, so you have to close the vent here, here, and here. But so this is how the gameplay works. If you leave one on, then it just takes 30 seconds before it malfunctions. If you close two, 20 seconds before it malfunctions. If you leave all three vents closed, then it's just 10 seconds before it malfunction. So you have to close them. You have to open them up before before the 10 seconds. Also, you're supposed to see Springtrap in the vent, so you don't have to close all three. So you just close the vent until he leaves, and open it up when he like after he leaves. This is the only sign in the map. And that's it. That's all my FNAF maps that I will make in this world. I'll make another video about the FNAF 3 attraction, like to make it like if I was like leading people in it, I'll maybe invite some of my friends, or like I just do it like if I was talking to like people, like if I had schizophrenia, but I would just like role play if I was with people. So I hope you guys liked my maps. Like and subscribe if you want to see more builds like this, and tell me in the comments if you guys want me to like if you guys want to play with me, like my maps. So I'm gonna give you guys my username right here, Warden Mist. If you guys want to invite, send friend requests to my profile so we can play Minecraft. And if you guys want to play any of these maps, well, see you guys. Have a great day. Goodbye.